There's an assumption that you can repeat the sound after I've done it just by watching the slide, and that might not be the case. And so if it's not the case, I want to give you a technique that if as you're going through these medication names, if you struggle with them, especially the pronunciation, this can help you quite a bit. So let's do acetaminophen, brand Tylenol, and we'll do it over again. Except what we're going to do is I'm going to teach you about backbuilding to get the right pronunciation. So acetaminophen, brand Tylenol, we're going to first translate the sounds into English words. So the is actually a schwa, so it just sounds like UH, as in comma. The C sounds like the letter C, but we want to maintain that spelling. So it's the CE from ceiling. Okay? The top of a room has a ceiling. Data or data, it doesn't matter the way you pronounce it, because what we care about is the T. And it sounds like TUH, but we want to maintain that spelling in our head to make TA, data. Then the MI from mint or milk is the mi in acetaminophen. And the no, although it looks like no, opposite of yes, which my children love to say, it's actually a schwa, so it's an so it's like cannon, which you would have in maybe a Civil War battle, or a canon as in a law. And then fen is the PHEN at the end of hyphen. So if we already know these sounds in English, then it might be a little bit easier to get the full generic name sound. So it's si, ta, mi, no, fin. But the other thing students have trouble with is getting the rhythm right. If you put the accent on the wrong place, then it just doesn't sound right. So we're going to look at a technique that's called backbuilding, that you actually go from back to front instead of front to back to get that rhythm right. And I'll show you that in the next slide. So backbuilding is taking acetaminophen and slowly going backwards from the last syllable, then the penultimate syllable, penultimate means second to last syllable, and so on. So for acetaminophen, I would go fen, nufen, minophen, taminophen, cetaminophen, acetaminophen, acetaminophen. Okay. And this is for those students that maybe you're coming from another country, maybe English isn't your first language. It wasn't my first language. So this really helps you get the rhythm right. And then I've shown you in another video how to compare my pronunciation against yours. But that's what my new book, How to Pronounce Drug Names, has done. I've taken 400 drug names and translated them to English words and those sounds within the English words, so that it's just a lot easier for you to get the pronunciation down. Okay. So again, this is acetaminophen, brand Tylenol.